Hey, Friday big show. Welcome back to you. Hope your week has been stellar up to this point and cruising in towards another weekend. Before we get into today's topic, I want to throw a shout out to everybody who contributed yesterday after the show. If you haven't seen it, please tune in. I'd love to hear some additional ideas from you. But the feedback we've gotten so far has just been incredible. The issue, of course, was bullies in school. There's a little guy and his mom, true story, that kind of reached out my way. He's been threatened with his life, which is completely unacceptable, right? And so what are we going to do about that? Mom was at a complete loss about how to help her child. So some incredible suggestions came my way. Tune into that if you haven't already seen it. Now, building on yesterday's show, I want to talk a little bit more about the stress that kids are under today. Here we've got the elementary school child, each block representing a new level of expectation, so that by the time they leave the elementary school years, you've got academic expectations, you've got social expectations, you've got expectations from you, the parents at home, about what kids should be doing. And then we move over here into the middle school years, so they come in with the same level of expectation, but you add to that additional peer pressure to try things like drugs and sex sometimes for the first time. Then you add additional things like yesterday, that bullying issue, showing up at school every day under the stress of physical violence. And then you get more involved with sports or the arts, so you tack that on. Right, and then parents, some of them are starting to get excited about, oh, we're getting close to college, so we got to make sure we're in the right honors classes, advanced placement, because if not, we won't get into the right classes in high school, so then we won't get into the top tier school. So we've got those academic expectations. Let's take on a couple more extracurricular activities. Pretty soon, we've got a huge tower of expectation going. Now, how do you know if your child is stressed? This is key, folks. Because you need to be able to identify that before this happens. That's not good. That's complete meltdown. You've got to get to the child before that happens. How do you know? Dramatic changes in behavior. That's the easiest way to say it to you. So they're typically sleeping however many hours a day they're sleeping. Now they're sleeping a lot less or a lot more. It's when they go to the extremes. And it's that change that happens almost overnight. And you're like, no, they're not going through a growth spurt. There's something that is wrong here. Same thing for eating. Now they're not eating anything. Now they're eating all the time. Okay? These are indicators, not necessarily focused right in on stress. Okay? Kids do go through, growth spurts. But what I'm talking about is if you've got a couple of these factors working at the same time, you really need to pay close attention to what your child is doing. Also, extreme emotional swings, beyond what is just common to the adolescent years, where they're emotional. I'm talking about extreme, where they're not talking to anybody, they don't want to go out anymore, they don't have any friends suddenly, okay? They get really emotional, they're crying or they're angry all the time. So look for the extremes in the behavior. Clear indicators that there's something of stress in their life. The thing with kids is they're not always able to articulate what it is that's bothering them. The older they get, sometimes the better they are, but kids at the younger ages, they just get upset. Sometimes they don't even know why. So you've got to really be there to check in and make sure that the stress is not building to the point where, they completely topple. What can you do? What can you do? Number one, lessen some of the expectation. Okay, your kids are not off to college yet. So let's lessen a little bit of the academic expectation, right? They don't need to be in all of the honors classes. Might not even be an issue for you. But if that's the case, bring it down a notch. Okay, focus on the enjoyment of what they're doing, both in school and outside of the school day. Okay, and here's something, if you are looking towards college, here's something that came to me from at least a dozen admissions advisors. Focus in on a few things, 1, 2, maybe 3 pursuits that show consistency, persistence over time. Not a whole laundry list of stuff, right? What a waste. What a waste, they say. Focus in on the 1 or 2 things that kids really enjoy. They've got to write these incredible essays, right? It's got to be about something they're passionate about. How can they do that? Only by spending time doing that over the course of years, okay? Not every 4.0 student is getting into the top tier schools. I can't even go down that road. I will, but in another show. All right, so lessen the expectation. The other thing is, stop talking to parents who are crazy. Right? The people that are saying, oh, what is your child involved in? What's your latest GPA? What classes are they taking? All of that it's like a feeding frenzy that just makes everybody anxious. All right, so you got to stop talking to those people. I love you and everything, but you're making me anxious. Like, we can't hang out anymore. All right, I'll talk to you later. Okay, those people are the ones that create that higher level of anxiety. And beyond that, smile more often, people. Smile. It's so simple. It makes such a dramatic difference in your child's day. Smile more often. All right, because when you smile, bring the level of stress down, less anxious, happier, more joyful. That has a dramatic effect on your child's day. All right, we're running a little long here, but I'm going to bring the fortune cookie in just because, it's kind of been one of those things. All right, we'll see what it has to say. Got to give up on the speaking Chinese. Okay, a pleasant surprise is in store for you. I'm always up for a good surprise, right? Especially when it's got something positive. And I think the connection here, of course, to the middle school years, kids get excited about new opportunities. You have an incredible opportunity as a parent. Just surprise them every once in a while with something that you think that they might enjoy. All right? Hey, maybe this weekend will be that time. Take care of yourselves. See you next week. Bye-bye.